A very good afternoon, class. So, as you all know, we have already started with our secretarial practice, chapter number 2. And the name of the chapter is Evolution of Business Organizations. And more specifically, we are studying joint stock company. So, as usual, before we move forward, a quick revision to all the topics which we have covered. So, we saw that because of industrial revolution which took place in England, joint stock company did not come into being the very first type of business organization. Before that, we had many business organizations like sole trading concern or one man show. Then you have partnership including 2 or more people and maximum 50 for general business. Then you have joint Hindu family business wherein you get the membership by birth. If you're born in the family, automatically you are included into the family business. Then you have limited liability partnership and cooperative society. Because of some of the disadvantages and demerits of these organizations, a new form of business organization was formed, which was considered more suitable for conducting large-scale business operations. And that is why joint stock company was introduced. So class, as you'll remember, the last topic which we started was what were the different types of joint stock company. And today we'll be winding with this particular topic. We have already finished 3 types and that we'll be revising soon. Before that, again, a quick revision. What exactly was a joint stock company? A joint stock company collects huge capital and that capital is divided into small number of indivisible units which were called as shares. So the person who buys the share becomes the part shareholder of the company. The ownership is with the shareholders, whereas the management, the day-to-day managing of the business activities is in the hands of the directors who are collectively called as board of directors. And these directors are nothing but the elected representatives of the shareholders themselves. Once you invest in shares, the return on investment you get is in the form of dividend, which is the part of the profit of the company, which is distributed among the shareholders. So all this topic we had already covered. A quick revision to what were the features of joint stock company. I gave you a smart code. C villains ki get together party, where C comes twice in the form of capital and common seal. Then you have voluntary association and incorporated association. Then you have limited liability and artificial person. Number of members, again you have S in 2 different forms, separate legal status and separation of ownership and management. Then you have G, government control, T, transferability of shares, and P, perpetual succession. So with this, we had finished various types of topics quickly. Now today we are starting and continuing the topic types of company. We have already seen 3 types before. The 4th type is on the basis of control. So on the basis of control, you have 2 types of company. One is holding company and the other is subsidiary company. The next type is all the other types which doesn't fit in the above 4. So you can see there are 7 different types. One is government company. The second one is foreign company. The third one is dormant company. The 4th is listed company, small company, associate company, company not for profit. So don't worry class, we'll be seeing all these types and all types are really very, very easy. So pay attention. Number 1 which we are starting is on the basis of control. So on the basis of control, you have 2 types, holding company and subsidiary company. So let's see what's a holding company. As per section 246, a holding company is a company which holds more than 1/2 of the total share capital of another company or has powers to appoint or remove all or majority of directors of another company. So basically, if I'm talking about 100% capital, so owning 51% or more, that is one half of the total, more than one half. Half is exact 50%. So it can be 60%, 75%, 85%, 90%, 95%. So basically, a company which has got more than half of the total share capital ka control, or which has got the power to remove or appoint one or more or majority of the directors of another company, that can be called as a holding company. So that means the holding company is the parent company बोल सकते हो आप. Okay, the one which has got control and owns more than 50% of the total share capital. To give you some examples, you must have heard the names of Tata, Reliance, Mahindra, Aditya Birla Group, ITC. These are all example of parent companies or holding companies. Let's see what is a subsidiary company. Section 2 of 87. A subsidiary company is just the opposite of a holding company. It is a company which is controlled by the holding company, and such control is possible because the holding company purchases more than one half of the share capital of the subsidiary company, or has the powers to appoint or remove all or majority of its directors. So holding नाम में meaning है ना, so it will be having control over some other company. तो जिस कंपनी के ऊपर this particular company has got control or power to remove and appoint majority of the directors, उसको बोला जाता है subsidiary company और sister company. बोलते ना उसके under parents, like parents are the head, under them you all come, the children, your sister, brother, everyone. So holding company is the parent company and उसको branches में divide करेंगे तो sister company, brother company ऐसे करके जिसके ऊपर हक जमा रहे, कंट्रोल कर रहे, that company becomes the subsidiary company. Okay. So just for your knowledge and information, I have included some company card details in brief. So we'll just have a look. Now, if I talk globally, global की बात करूँ तो one of the best known holding company is the Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett's company owns GEICO, Dairy Queen, and Fruit of the Loom, among other businesses. Another well-known holding company is Alphabet, which owns Google, YouTube, Nest, and other companies. So followed, यहाँ पे अगर if I am talking about Warren Buffett, who's considered one of the richest mans, you know, in the world. So he is the one who is owning the Gioco, Dairy Queen, and Fruit. So this I'm talking about international companies. Alphabet is the parent company which owns Google, YouTube, Nest, and other companies. So you can say these are all subsidiary companies. Google, YouTube, and all. If I talk about the next company, it's Facebook. Again, it's a parent company. It has operations of its own and also has subsidiaries such as WhatsApp and Instagram. Amazon, another parent company, owns subsidiaries such as Zappos and Whole Foods. So these are international companies. If I talk about for India, I've already talked behind. You have Tata, Reliance, Mahindra, ITC, Aditya Birla. Now, if I talk in brief, we'll see the information regarding the Tata Group. It is the largest multinational conglomerate based in India with many subsidiary and joint venture companies. Tata Sons Limited is the holding company of the Tata Group and holds the bulk of shareholding in the companies. The Tata Sons Limited is the owner of the Tata name and the Tata trademark, which are registered in India and several other countries. This we had already seen before when I was explaining your joint Hindu undivided family business. About 86% of the equity capital of the Tata Sons is held by philanthropic trusts endowed by the members of the Tata family. The biggest two of these trusts are Sir Dorabji Tata Trust and Sir Ratan Tata Trust. Tata Business Support Service also is a part of Tata Group. Now, if I talk about the subsidiary companies of Tata, you can have a look over here. The subsidiary companies of the Tata Group and joint ventures which has the word Tata in their names include, you must have heard of Tata AIG. It is an insurance-based joint venture company with AIG Group. Then you have Tata Autocomp Systems, which is India's leading automotive components conglomerate. Then you have Tata Capital, a wholly owned subsidiary of Tata Sons Limited, the apex holding company of the Tata Group. Then you have Tata Communications, a communication company, Tata Consulting Engineers Limited, TCE, which is into engineering, design, consulting firm for diverse types of infrastructure and industrial development. It also specializes in power and energy sector. Then you have Tata Consultancy Services, Asia's largest IT company and world's largest software and services company. Then you have Tata Docomo, a GSM-based mobile company with alliance with NTT Docomo. Then you have Tata Chemicals, Tata Steels, Tata Technology, which is again into engineering, product lifecycle management, IT, automation, aerospace, construction, manufacturing. Then you have Tata Motors, Tata Power, Tata Defense, all into product design and technology company. Then you have Tata Global Beverages as well. The main motto of giving all this Tata is all these companies, subsidiary companies, have the word Tata word in it. Now that's not a compulsion that if it is a subsidiary company, it should have the name of the parent company. Now there are subsidiaries of Tata without the word Tata. They are not using the word Tata, correct? So for example, Air Jiva India, a scheduled passenger low-cost airline. Then you have India Cash ATM, Tata ATMs, Brunner Mond, which is subsidiary of Tata Chemicals, CH Technologies. Then you have TCS SBI joint venture. Then you have CMC, Computer Maintenance Corporation, which gives IT services but which does not have the word Tata in it. Okay, then next you have Chroma. Then you have Tata Steel and SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, India's largest B2B e-commerce company, Rallies. Then you have Jiva Hotels, Resorts and Palaces, the owner of Taj Hotels. Then you have Tanishq, a jewelry brand in India. Then you have Tetley, Kachai, UK-based international tea brand. The most famous one is Titan. Titan watches ka ad you must have seen. Titan Industries, a joint watch venture in India between Tata Group and Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation. So basically all these subsidiaries don't have the word Tata in their names, correct? So that is what is holding and subsidiary companies. So I hope you must have followed what exactly is a holding company and subsidiary companies. Now moving forward to the next types of companies, that is other types which are not included in the previous ones which we discussed. So there are 7 types. Out of this we'll start one by one. What is a government company? Section 2 of 45, the government company means any company in which not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by either the central government or the state government, or partly by central, partly by state, one or more state government, or subsidiary company of a government company. So in चारों में से अगर कोई भी government, if it holds more than 51% of the shares, minimum 51% of the shares has to be there. The hold should be there of the government. It can be the central or fully state or part center, part state, or any subsidiary company of government company. The government company may be a private company or a public company. In fact, it is a company registered and incorporated under the Companies Act 2013. Now, many examples are here in front of us. One is HMTL, that is Hindustan Machine Tools Limited. Then SAIL, अभी हमने देखा ना example, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. Then you have BHEL, खाने वाली नहीं, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. Then you have Coal India Limited, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. All these are examples of government company. So wherein minimum 51% of the share capital is held by the government. Moving forward to the next type of company, that is foreign company. नाम से ही पता चल जाता है this company will be outside India, correct? As per section 2 of 42, foreign company means a company which is incorporated or registered outside India but having a place of business in India. You can say MNC. हेड ऑफिस बाहर के कंट्री में होगा बट ब्रांचेस इंडिया में भी ऑपरेट होती है. फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव नेस्ले इंडिया लिमिटेड, बाटा इंडिया लिमिटेड, व्हर्लपूल कॉर्पोरेशन एक्सेट्रा. All the big MNCs, multinational corporations, can be termed as a foreign company. So head office, the main registration will be outside India. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि वो इंडिया में बिजनेस नहीं कर सकते. The operation is there in India as well. डोरमेंट कंपनी का मतलब है एब्सेंट, मतलब रजिस्टर हुआ है लेकिन इतने सालों से कुछ काम नहीं कर रही, पता नहीं कहाँ छुप के बैठी है, मतलब नॉट ऑपरेशनल, उसको बोलते हैं डोरमेंट. सो इफ द कंपनी इज रजिस्टर्ड फॉर अ फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्ट or has not made any significant accounting transaction in the last 2 years or has not filed financial statements or annual returns in the last 2 years after making application under section 455 can be called as a dormant company. तो बेसिकली जो कंपनी ऑपरेशनल नहीं है या जिसने अकाउंटिंग बिजनेस नहीं स्टार्ट किया है, फाइल नहीं किया है, रजिस्ट्रार के पास रजिस्टर नहीं किया है for the last 2 years, that company under section 455 is termed as a dormant company. मतलब है ही नहीं ना, एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती, इसलिए उसको क्या बोला जाता है, डोरमेंट कंपनी. लिस्टेड कंपनी. Now you must have heard of stock exchanges में आप देखते हो ना अलग अलग इंडस्ट्रीज के प्राइसेस फ्लैश होते हैं. By green arrow that means the market is good of such companies. Red arrow मतलब shares का price of that particular company is falling down. ठीक है ना? So now what is a listed company? As per section 2 of 52, listed company means a company which has any of its securities. Securities माने shares, bonds, debentures, deposits, anything are listed on any recognized stock exchange. So for India, you must have heard the name BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE, National Stock Exchange, है ना? A public limited company may be a listed company or unlisted company. The listed company will also have to follow SEBI's guideline and the provision of the Companies Act. So अभी के लिए याद रखना, who is SEBI? SEBI is the holder, the controller, the supervisor of the stock markets in India. जैसे अगर हमें जैसे companies, if they have to start or enter into the corporate world, तो basically which act is applicable? Companies Act. ठीक है ना? अब जैसे if a college or an institution has to run, the main head is who? The principal. So similarly, if in stock market अगर आपको एंट्री करनी है, घुसना है, कुछ भी related to your company shares, anything, you have to be very careful and follow the rules of SEBI. Now what's the full form of SEBI? Security Exchange Board of India. Securities and Exchange Board of India. So you can just Google and read some things about it, but don't worry, in our next chapters, we are going to cover this particular topic in detail. I'll be explaining you all one note. I'll be explaining what is exactly SEBI and what does it do and all. So abhi ke liye yaad rakho, he is the karta dharta of stock markets in India, basically. So the listed companies will have to also follow the SEBI's guideline and the provisions of Companies Act as well. So I hope the first 4 are clear: government company, foreign company, dormant company, and listed company. Moving forward with the next type of company, that is small company. नाम में meaning है छोटी company. What is छोटी company? As per section 2 of 85 of the Act, Small company means a company other than a public company. The paid up share capital of which does not exceed 50 lakh or such higher amount as may be prescribed. So any companies whose capital which it has invested या borrow किया है whatever 50 लाख के ऊपर नहीं है, so it can be called as a small company. The turnover means the revenue, the sales of which as per its last profit and loss account does not exceed 2 crores or such higher amount as may be prescribed. तो अगर उसका प्रॉफिट, उसका रेवेन्यू, उसका सेल्स 2 करोड़ के ऊपर नहीं है, मतलब द लास्ट P&L account is profit and loss account. So if its last P&L account is not showing a profit of more than 2 crores, then it can be termed as a small company. Private company, one-person company, and company other than public company can be termed as small companies. Okay. Associate company. Section 2 of 6. An associate company is the one over which another company exercises a significant degree of control, which is less than the degree of control exercised over a subsidiary company. So basically, subsidiary और parent के बीच में जो कंपनी आती है उसको associate बोलते हैं. कंट्रोल दोनों पे है होल्डिंग का, ठीक है, सब्सिडरी पे भी है और एसोसिएट पे भी है, बट मोर स्ट्रिक्ट इट इज टुवर्ड्स एसोसिएट. सब्सिडरी पे भी जितना कंट्रोल होगा उससे ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट कंट्रोल एसोसिएट पे होगा. तो तुम ये समझ लो लाइक देयर आर 2 ब्रदर्स इन अ फैमिली, ठीक है, एक बड़ा भाई एक छोटा भाई है. बड़े भाई के ऊपर भी रेस्ट्रिक्शंस है लेकिन उतनी नहीं जितनी छोटे के ऊपर है, बिकॉज ही इज स्मॉल, तो उसको ज्यादा ध्यान रखने का जरूरत पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना. सो दैट वे यू कैन कंसिडर होल्डिंग कंपनी, द पेरेंट कंपनी, फिर आती है एसोसिएट, फिर आती है सब्सिडरी. ओके. एसोसिएट कंपनी इन रिलेशन टू अनदर कंपनी मीन्स अ कंपनी इन विच that other company has a significant influence but which is not a subsidiary company. जरूरी नहीं वो subsidiary हो. For the purpose of this clause, significant influence means control of at least 20% of the total capital or of business decisions under an agreement. So basically for the purpose of this clause, ये significant influence का मतलब क्या है? Control of at least 20% of the total paid up share capital. Subsidiary में क्या था? It has got maximum control. It owns more than half of the shares. Correct? यहाँ पे एसोसिएट कंपनी जरूरी नहीं सब्सिडरी ही हो. सो इन दैट कंपनी एटलीस्ट 20% ऑफ द टोटल पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल उस कंपनी का होना चाहिए. द ओनर शुड बी एटलीस्ट 20% ओनर ऑफ द शेयर कैपिटल ऑफ दैट कंपनी. Company not for profit under section 8, such companies are registered. Not for profit मतलब NPA हो गया, NGO हो गई. Their aim is not to earn profit, right? So all these are registered under section 8 of Companies Act 2013. So with this, I hope class you are clear with all the 7 types of other types of companies. Yeah. So we'll just have a quick revision. Before that, there's a small activity given. अभी अगर आपको टाइप्स समझ में आ गया है, so this is a small activity which is given in your textbook. They have told you to identify which are the different types of company: Bajaj Auto Limited, Microsoft, Coal India, and Kirloskar Foundation. So you can just do this small activity and check for yourself how much you have understood the concept. So before we wind off, a quick revision of the different types of companies. So we started with number 1 on the basis of incorporation. Incorporation means registration. So there were 2 types. Number 1, statutory company, and number 2, registered company. Then we saw on the basis of number of members, you have private, public, and one-person company. Then we saw on the basis of liability, company limited by shares, company limited by guarantee, and unlimited liability company. Today we saw on the basis of control, you have holding and subsidiary company. And last but not the least, the different types. You have government company, foreign company, dormant company, listed company, associate company, small company, and company not for profit. So with this class, topic wise, we have finished with the chapter, but the lecture is still on because the last part which we are going to complete today is the distinguish between. So there are two distinguishes given in your text. So let's start with the first one. What is the difference between private company and a public company? The answer is khana, dinner. No. Now this is nothing but the smart code which I have prepared for you all so that you can remember the answer. So what's the difference between private and public company? Khana, raat ka khana. So what is this raat ka khana? The smart code is dinner. The pointers are as below. D stands for definition or meaning. I stands for issue of prospectus. N stands for number of members. Next, N stands for number of directors. E stands for ending words. R stands for right to transfer the shares. So once again, distinguish between public and private company. You have dinner, definition, issue of prospectus, number of members, number of directors, ending words, and right to transfer the shares. So let's have a look at the explanation part. So points, private and public company. Now the points won't be in order class. So you can write as per the smart code which I have given to you all. So starting with definition, a private company is a company which by its articles restricts the right to transfer the shares if any and limits the number of the members up till 200. So in a private company, you cannot transfer your shares easily and also the number of members is limited up till 200. A public company means a company which is not a private company. It's called as a public company. Next, I told you number of members. So minimum 2, maximum 200 in case of a private company. Minimum 7 and maximum no limit in case of a public company. Then you have number of directors. In a private company, minimum number of directors are 2. And for a public company, the minimum number of directors which is required or essential is 3. So I'll clear with the first 3 points, class. All right. Moving forward with the next one, right to transfer the shares. So as we saw in a private company, it is not easy to transfer the shares. So they are not freely transferable. Whereas in a public company, the shares are freely transferable. Issue of prospectus. Now class, this is again a new word which you'll be learning in the next chapter, that is chapter 3. तो अभी के लिए याद रखो, prospectus is nothing but a booklet जिसमें पूरा A to Z information होता है कंपनी का, ठीक है? Now I'll give you a small example just to understand this. Now after your 10th standard result class, you must have searched about various colleges, you know, कौन से college में जाना है, admission लेना है and all. So now the admissions which are done online as well as offline, they tell you to read information bulletin. ठीक है, एक पीडीएफ होगा, एक टर्म्स एंड एग्रीमेंट का पेज होगा जिसमें ऑल डिटेल्स विल बी गिवन टू यू रिगार्डिंग द कॉलेज का मेन विजन क्या है, what are its achievement, then how many students, कितने साल हो गए हैं उस कॉलेज को, then what all courses the colleges offer, A to Z information, क्या क्या functions होते हैं, क्या क्या extra curricular activities होती हैं, what all medals the colleges have got in sports, in cultural activities, in academics, etc. तो ये सारी की सारी information या तो वेबसाइट पे होती है in the form of a PDF और it gives you a booklet, एक बुकलेट दी जाती है आपको academic year की, उस पे ये वर्ड लिखा होगा prospectus, and exactly behind that booklet you'll have your admission form which is attached, correct? So this is how the companies also prepare a booklet जहां पे वो companies का डिटेल पूरा भरते हैं regarding what is the company, कितना capital है, कौन directors है, कितने shareholders है, what is the future, what is the aim after 5 years, 10 years, where is it in, you know, रेटिंग्स में कौन से स्टेज पे आती है, वेदर उसके शेयर स्टॉक मार्केट पे लिस्ट होते हैं या नहीं, एवरी डिटेल इज गिवन इन दैट बुकलेट. तो बुकलेट को क्या बोलते हैं? प्रोस्पेक्टस. ओके, सो बेसिकली अभी के लिए आप याद रखना, इट इज अ बुकलेट वेर इन यूल फाइंड ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन A to Z of a company in that particular book. Okay, so in case of a private company there is no need to issue a prospectus because anyways वो public से पैसा नहीं ले सकती. It can only take money from its own members, own directors, etc. Whereas for a public company, yes, public का पैसा मांग रहे हो तो prospectus issue करना पड़ेगा. So this can issue a prospectus. Now to the ending words, it is compulsory to add the word private limited after the name of a private company. And जिस कंपनी के पीछे प्राइवेट वर्ड नहीं लगा है, ओनली लिमिटेड वर्ड लगा है, तो वो कौन सी कंपनी हो जाएगी? पब्लिक कंपनी. So I'll clear with the first distinguished dinner, definition, issue of prospectus, number of members, number of directors, ending words, and right to transfer the shares. Moving forward with the last set of distinguished and topic of this particular lesson, all the types of business organizations which we saw in the starting, all the 5 types, okay? The smart code which I've prepared over here is new McD cheese grilled roll sandwich. Very easy. I know खाने पीने से रिलेटेड है दोनों भी, तो अच्छा होगा, याद रखना आसान हो जाएगा ना आप लोग के लिए. So second lesson, distinguish related to khana, dinner and McD. So new McD cheese grilled roll sandwich. So the words which you can see in yellow color, those are your smart codes. So N, M, C, G, L, R, S. Where N stands for number of members, M stands for meaning. There are 2 M and 2 S in this particular answer. Another M stands for management. Then you have C say capital, G say government control, L say liability, R say registration, and S is 2 times secrecy and stability. So repeat after me class, the smart code is very simple, new McD. So N stands for number of members, M stands for meaning and management. Then you have cheese grilled. So C stands for capital, L stands for liability. G stands for government control. Then you have roll ka R, registration, and sandwiches, S, secrecy and stability. So let's check all the points one by one. So the answer is distinguish between sole trader, joint Hindu family, partnership firm, joint stock company, and cooperative society. So here they have given all together, 5 of them together, but you're in exam, you will be asked 2 ka set. Okay, any 2 ke beech mein have tried. So let's see meaning of a sole trader, a business organization owned and controlled by one person. Joint Hindu family business is owned and run by the family members of the joint Hindu family. Partnership is a business organization owned and run by 2 or more persons, collectively or jointly. Joint stock company is an incorporated association which is an artificial person created by law having a perpetual succession. Cooperative society is a voluntary association of individuals which is formed for providing services to the members. Now, whose registration is compulsory? Sole trader, not compulsory. Joint Hindu family, not necessary. But partnership is not necessary. But if your partnership firm is in Maharashtra, then you have to get it registered. Joint stock company, yes, registration is compulsory. And for cooperative too, the registration is compulsory. Let's see about number of members. Maximum also 1, minimum also 1 in case of sole trader. Joint Hindu family, there is no limit because it is based upon number of births in the family. Partnership, minimum 2, maximum 50 for general business. Joint stock company, private company 2, maximum 200. Public company, minimum 7, maximum no limit. Just now we saw before this distinguish. Cooperative, minimum 10, maximum no limit. Moving on to the next points, let's see liability. The liability of a sole trader is unlimited. Liability in case of joint Hindu family, karta ka unlimited, whereas co-parceners, the other family members, is limited. Liability of partners is unlimited, joint and several. In case of joint stock company, the liability of the members is limited. And in case of cooperative as well, the liability of members is limited. Stability. There is lack of stability because एक ही बंदा है तो business can be affected by death. Insolvency means bankruptcy of the trader. कंगालपति बोल सकते हैं. Again, for joint Hindu family, there is lack of stability. Business may be affected due to death, insolvency of karta. है ना? Partnership, again, there is lack of stability because business may be affected due to death, insolvency of partners. As far as joint stock and cooperative business is concerned, both are stable. जल्दी affect नहीं होते. याद है ना? Duracell, perpetual. बोला था ना? Long lasting. Coming to capital. Sole trader, एक ही बंदा कितना capital लाएगा? So comparatively limited capital. जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली, फैमिली के सेविंग्स पे डिपेंड करता है, फैमिली के पूर्वजों ने कितना कमाया है, कितना बचाया है, उस पर डिपेंड करता है. सो अगेन कंपैरेटिवली लिमिटेड कैपिटल. इन केस ऑफ पार्टनरशिप कंपेयर टू सोल ट्रेडर इट इज मोर एंड जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली, बट इट इज लेस देन जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी एंड कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी. So partnership in comparison to joint Hindu family and sole trader ज़्यादा capital रहते because maximum 50 members are allowed, correct? But in case of joint stock and cooperative के comparison में it is less. Joint stock is having a huge capital, करोड़ों से भी ज़्यादा हो सकता है. Cooperative comparatively more than sole trader, joint Hindu family, partnership, but it is less than joint stock. तो सबसे ज्यादा पैसा कहाँ है? कंपनीज में. उससे कम कोऑपरेटिव, उससे थोड़ा कम पार्टनरशिप, सबसे कम जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली एंड सोल ट्रेडर. ओके, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट्स. सीक्रेसी. यस, सोल ट्रेडर मैक्सिमम बिजनेस सीक्रेसी, जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली अगेन मोर बिजनेस सीक्रेसी, पार्टनरशिप इट इज शेयर्ड बाय ऑल द पार्टनर्स, बट in comparison to all these three, सबसे कम secrecy कहाँ है? Joint stock company and cooperative society. Why? Because they have to disclose whatever work they are doing to the government and public. दोनों को बताना पड़ता है. Management. A sole trader is responsible for the management of business. Karta alone is responsible for the management of the business in joint Hindu family. All partners are equally liable for management of their business in partnership. Joint stock company management is in the hand of board of directors. और यहाँ पे managing committee is the managing body of the cooperative society. Coming towards the last point, government control. Sole trader minimum, joint Hindu family भी less government control. पार्टनरशिप भी लिमिटेड गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल. और क्यों लिमिटेड है? व्हाट इज द रीजन? बिकॉज इन तीनों में रजिस्ट्रेशन इज नॉट कंपल्सरी, है ना. फॉर पार्टनरशिप अगर महाराष्ट्र में काम कर रहे हो तो इट इज कंपल्सरी, अदरवाइज फॉर पार्टनरशिप ऑल्सो रजिस्ट्रेशन इज नॉट कंपल्सरी. So what about joint stock and cooperative? As they are registered organizations, there is more government control in the working. So I am clear with all the 5 types of business organizations. So smart code easy है, दोनों भी related to खाना, खाने पीने से related है. So thank you so much class for listening to me. I hope you all are clear with the second chapter as well. If any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. And a small request, if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel and also share across the link with all your other friends if you think the video was beneficial. So thank you so much class. Please keep watching my channel and stay tuned till we meet in our next session. Till then, take care and stay safe, and yeah, please do keep studying as well. So thank you so much class. I'm stopping here for today.